Millions of drivers still believe 32 PSI is the safe default tire pressure for almost every car on the road. And honestly, it's easy to understand why. You hear the number everywhere. Tire shops use it constantly. Drivers repeat it online. Some people inflate every vehicle they own to exactly the same pressure without thinking twice about it. The problem is that modern vehicles are engineered completely differently now. SUVs, hybrids, EVs, trucks, performance sedans, they all distribute weight differently, use different tire constructions, and react differently to pressure changes. In some situations, blindly using 32 PSI can quietly destroy tread faster, reduce grip, increase stopping distance, worsen ride quality, and even make tires wear unevenly while still looking perfectly normal from the outside. And the dangerous part is that most drivers never realize anything is wrong until the tires start becoming noisy, uncomfortable, or expensive to replace. Today, you're going to see the hidden situations where 32 PSI becomes risky, outdated, or simply wrong for modern vehicles. Some of these mistakes are incredibly common. One of them is something many dealerships and tire shops still do every single day. Let's start with the misunderstanding that confuses more drivers than almost anything else. Number 9. The number on the tire is not your recommended PSI. One of the biggest tire pressure myths starts right on the tire itself. Many drivers look at the sidewall, see a number like 44 PSI or 51 PSI, and assume that's the correct pressure for daily driving. But that number usually represents the tire's maximum pressure rating, not the pressure your specific vehicle was engineered to use. The correct PSI is almost always printed on the driver's side door sticker because the manufacturer calculates pressure based on the vehicle's weight distribution, suspension tuning, braking balance, and overall handling behavior. A heavier SUV, for example, may need completely different pressures than a smaller sedan using a similar tire size. Michelin also explains that the number printed on the tire sidewall is not the recommended daily driving pressure for the vehicle itself, which is why automakers place the actual recommended PSI separately on the door sticker. What makes this confusing is that many cars still feel fine, even with incorrect pressure. The damage happens slowly. Uneven tread wear, reduced grip during braking, harsher ride quality. Small problems quietly build over thousands of miles until the tires suddenly start aging much faster than expected. And temperature changes make this situation even more unpredictable once colder weather arrives. Number 8. Cold weather quietly changes everything. A lot of drivers wake up during winter, see the tire pressure warning light suddenly appear, and assume something is wrong with the tire itself. But in many cases, the pressure simply dropped because outside temperatures changed overnight. Tire pressure naturally decreases in cold weather. That means a tire sitting at 32 PSI during a warm afternoon might suddenly drop several PSI by the next morning once temperatures fall. And the mistake many drivers make is immediately overinflating the tires without checking them properly when cold. One driver in Colorado noticed his TPMS light appear almost every winter morning. Frustrated, he kept adding more air at a gas station after driving to work. The problem was that the tires had already warmed up during the drive, temporarily increasing the PSI reading. By the end of the week, the tires became significantly overinflated without him realizing it, causing the ride to feel rough and noisy on the highway. This is why tire pressure should ideally be checked before driving, not after the tires heat up. Because low pressure isn't actually the only thing wearing tires out faster than expected. Number 7. Too much pressure destroys the center of the tire. A surprising number of drivers believe adding extra PSI automatically improves tire life and fuel economy. And technically, slightly higher pressure can reduce rolling resistance a little. But once the pressure climbs too high, the tire starts riding mostly on the center tread instead of distributing weight evenly across the full contact patch. That means the middle section wears down faster while the outer edges barely touch the road properly. The ride also becomes noticeably stiffer because the tire loses some of its ability to absorb imperfections in the pavement. On rough highways especially, overinflated tires often create more vibration, more road noise, and less overall grip than people expect. What makes this worse is that many drivers don't notice the problem immediately because the steering may actually feel slightly sharper at first. But over time, braking performance and wet weather traction can quietly suffer. One tire technician explained that he regularly sees vehicles with prematurely worn center tread simply because owners kept inflating several PSI above the recommended level, trying to protect the tires. And modern SUVs react even differently once extra weight and taller sidewalls enter the picture. Number 6. 32 PSI feels completely different on SUVs and trucks. A larger SUV or truck does not react to tire pressure the same way a smaller sedan does. Heavier vehicles distribute weight differently, use taller sidewalls, and often carry passengers, cargo, or towing loads that place much more stress on the tires. That's why 32 PSI can feel perfectly normal on one vehicle, but unstable or uncomfortable on another. Some SUVs may require noticeably higher pressures for proper handling and stability, especially during highway driving. Others become overly stiff if inflated incorrectly because the suspension and tire sidewalls stop working together properly. One driver switched from a compact sedan to a mid-size SUV and continued using the same tire pressure habits he followed for years. Within months, the outer edges of the SUV tires started wearing unevenly because the heavier vehicle needed different pressure distribution than his previous car. The SUV itself also felt less stable during lane changes, especially with passengers inside. A lot of drivers never hear about small tire habits like these until uneven wear or expensive replacements start happening. So if practical car videos like this are useful to you, consider subscribing because there's a lot more coming that can help you avoid expensive mistakes long term. And hybrids and EVs create an even newer pressure problem many drivers still don't fully understand yet. Number 5. Hybrids and EVs put completely different stress on tires. Modern hybrid and electric vehicles change tire behavior far more than most drivers realize. The heavy battery packs increase overall vehicle weight significantly, while instant electric torque puts stronger stress on the tread during acceleration. That's one reason EV owners often notice faster tire wear compared to traditional gasoline vehicles. Tire pressure becomes much more important because incorrect PSI can accelerate uneven wear surprisingly quickly once that extra weight starts shifting through corners, braking, and acceleration. Many electrified vehicles also use low rolling resistance tires specifically engineered for efficiency. These tires behave differently than older traditional tire designs and often require more precise pressure tuning for comfort, range, and tread life. Even small PSI differences can noticeably change cabin noise, ride harshness, and efficiency. And because EV cabins are usually quieter overall, drivers often notice tire noise much sooner once pressure becomes slightly incorrect. But one of the biggest reasons modern pressure problems continue happening actually starts at dealerships and tire shops themselves. A lot of drivers never hear about small tire habits like these until uneven wear or expensive replacements start happening. So if practical car videos like this are useful to you, consider subscribing because there's a lot more coming that can help you avoid expensive mistakes long term. Number 4. Many shops still default to 32 PSI automatically. This surprises a lot of drivers, but some tire shops and service departments still inflate vehicles to roughly the same generic pressure out of speed and habit instead of checking each specific door sticker carefully. To be fair, many technicians absolutely do things properly. But during busy service hours, generic inflation habits still happen far more often than people realize. That becomes a problem once modern vehicles with very different tire requirements all start receiving similar pressure treatment. One driver noticed his sports sedan suddenly felt unusually rough after a routine tire rotation service. After checking the door sticker himself later, he realized all 4 tires had been inflated several PSI above the manufacturer recommendation. Another SUV owner discovered the opposite problem before a family road trip when the tires were several PSI too low despite recently visiting a tire shop. The dangerous part is that most drivers trust the service automatically and never double-check afterward. But even perfectly correct pressure changes once passengers, luggage, or towing loads enter the equation. Number 3. Extra weight changes the correct PSI. A vehicle carrying one driver behaves very differently from the same vehicle loaded with passengers, luggage, tools, or towing weight. That extra load increases stress on the tire sidewalls and changes how the contact patch interacts with the road. This becomes especially important during long highway trips where heat buildup already increases naturally over time. Many manufacturers actually provide separate higher pressure recommendations for heavy loading situations, but most drivers never notice them because they only look at the standard PSI number once. One family preparing for a summer road trip packed their SUV with luggage, coolers, and camping equipment while keeping the tires at their normal everyday pressure. A few hours into the highway drive, the vehicle started feeling unusually soft and unstable during lane changes because the tires were carrying much more weight than usual. That's why proper tire pressure isn't a single permanent number for every situation. And surprisingly, some tires become dangerous even before pressure itself changes at all. Number 2. Potholes and curb hits can quietly change everything. A tire may look perfectly normal after hitting a pothole or curb while hiding serious internal damage underneath. The sidewall can weaken, internal cords may separate, and small structural damage can slowly worsen over time before finally becoming visible days later. One SUV owner hit a deep pothole during heavy rain and noticed nothing unusual afterward besides a loud impact. 3 days later, a bubble appeared along the sidewall because the internal structure had already been damaged. The tire still held pressure normally at first, which made the issue even more deceptive. This becomes especially dangerous when drivers continue adjusting PSI on already damaged tires without realizing the structure itself is compromised. Overinflation, highway heat, or heavy loads can then place even more stress on weakened sections. And the final mistake is probably the biggest reason millions of drivers still blindly trust 32 PSI as some kind of universal rule. Number 1. There is no universal safe PSI. The biggest problem with 32 PSI is not that it's always wrong. The problem is that drivers treat it like a universal answer for completely different vehicles engineered for completely different conditions. A compact sedan, heavy truck, performance car, hybrid, and electric SUV all distribute weight differently, use different suspension tuning, different tire constructions, and different handling priorities. Some vehicles may operate perfectly near 32 PSI. Others absolutely will not. But because 32 became such a common repeated number over the years, many drivers stopped checking the manufacturer recommendation entirely. They simply memorize one safe PSI and apply it to every car they own for years. And ironically, the correct pressure was already printed on the driver's side door sticker the entire time. Most tire damage doesn't happen suddenly. It builds slowly through small habits drivers repeat every day without realizing the pressure is wrong for their specific vehicle. Most tire damage builds slowly through small habits drivers repeat every day without realizing something is wrong. So now I'm curious, what PSI are you currently using on your vehicle? Let me know down below. And if practical car videos like this are useful to you, consider subscribing because there's a lot more coming that can help you avoid expensive mistakes long term.